Hello, welcome back. This is Mario from Trinity Keys and Shoe Repairs and National Locksmith. Short video about Zed-full and the flaws of Zed-full, and is it really worth buying or not? And is it worth the money it costs to get it? So we're gonna have an example which I had happened to try to program yesterday in Audi Q7. We're just gonna go through that in a minute. But what's happening with Zed-full is now a year or two ago it was okay. It was actually doing pretty good. But whatever updates they're doing lately, they're missing or they're misguiding. They have misguidance into the system. So for instance, a couple of weeks ago I was doing the Ford Focus 2013 all lost keys, and when he's sorry, back to you because I had the customer in. When his lost key situation unfolds, the alarm is activated, and now the Zed-full, in all fairness, it does deactivate the alarm itself. So what happens then is, when he deactivates the alarm, this is the misguidance I'm talking about. When he deactivates the alarm, it tells you to turn off the ignition and turn on. This is the guidance on Zed-full. But the minute you turn it off and on, it activates the alarm again. So that's a failed procedure. But on top of that, it does not fail to charge you. So they charge you tokens. And tokens are very expensive because it's 50 British pence a token. And it usually Zed-full charges 15 to 20 for one programming or one pre-coding or something like that. So and this is the misguidance. So I figured out that, but after a few attempts and good few tokens, that you do not have to turn off the ignition. Just ignore the Zed-full's guidance altogether. Just leave the ignition off. When the alarm is off, when it tells you to turn it off, turn it on, forget about it. Just leave it the way it is. Leave it on. And just keep pressing yes, yes, continue, continue, and then it will program it. But one will say, if you just bought the Zed-full and you invest so much money, over £4,000 on it, how are you supposed to know this this procedure? You don't. Just by experience, it will cost you a lot of money, like they did to me. So this is the big flaw they have it, but it's not the only one. Yesterday I was doing an Audi Q7 2007. One of the 868 megahertz remotes and AD transponder chips. Now it charges a lot of tokens. It charges 55 to 65 tokens for Zed-full to program this, to program one key. So it charges to take pin code out, to take the CS code out, to read EZS, and then to program it, then to pre-code it, and it charges you a lot of tokens. It's just like you're talking about 70, 80 euros just to program a key, which is a lot of money. So it's a lot of money to pay to program a key, which we come back to the flow. It does not program it. Now I'm going to go through with you how it works. So I have a Zed-full here. Now I'm not linked to the car, but we can go as far as we can go through it, and I have some pictures to show you and to back up the story which I'm telling you. So let's go to Volkswagen and Audi. As we're not in a vehicle, so we're just gonna go select vehicle manually, and that was an Audi, and that was a Q7. Now extract pin code, all fine here. So what you do is you extract your pin code from EZS on this particular car. So on this particular car you extract from EZS. Now sorry for the interruption of the video, but there's customers coming in, so I'm just pausing the video. And then you press continue, and you end up getting this code, okay, which is successful. Then all you do is just press continue again, okay, and once you do that, basically I'm gonna go back, but it brings you back to this page. But then what you have to do is you have to read this. Press continue here again. Now look at the size of the tokens they take. 20 tokens just to read that, and 15 for the other one. So it's already 35 tokens, okay? Now I'm not gonna go yes because we're not here, okay? So I'm just gonna go back. I'm gonna pause again for another minute. So I went back. Basically, we want to read that now, so I'm not gonna go there, so we'll just go back. Sorry, I did this twice. And then we get this, okay? We get this code. Okay, now here is where the problem is, because when you get this code, you should normally have an exit button or a continue button, because what's happening is the CS code has only 4-digit numbers, so you need 2 more in order to pre-code the chip. Okay, so the other 2 are here, so the Zed-full will combine them together, those 2 codes, the CS1 and EZ1, will combine them together to get the full 16-digit code to pre-code the key. Okay, now the fact that it does not have the exit button or the continue button, the only way you can go is here if you press on the top to set A6Q7 here. But if you do that, okay, if you do that, it does not have the information you read here. So it will pre-code the chip with this here, it will pre-code it, but it's not the full pre-code. So when you go on to program it, which it will guide you through, and it will eat more tokens on the way, by the way, when you program the keys, luckily it will program the original one, but it does not program the other one. So the other one doesn't even turn the ignition on or the doors or the new one. And you end up spending 60-70 tokens because of this misguidance Zed-full has here, or it doesn't have the right button to say continue, so you can memorize the both codes, the CS we got previously and EZ codes together. And this I have with Zed-full, and it's not only in this car, he's doing it in many cars, especially VAGs. I could describe it as a nightmare to deal with, and unfortunately I would not recommend this machine to anybody. If anybody wants to get it, you're far better off using an auto. Now, that being said, she's very good on EEPROM's jobs. On the EEPROM she does, the likes of Toyota or getting pin codes off the EEPROM. She's quite good at that. But then again, auto it is, because if you know how to use it. As I said, if you know how to use it, or if you get a bit of experience in auto, she's very good on EEPROMs as well, and has a lot more adapters than Zed-full has. So yeah, it's a bit very disappointing. I wouldn't recommend this to anybody. Now, don't get my word for it, just the experience that I have with it. Yeah, I also emailed them the logs they are required to go through the computer and to require the tokens back, but you never get them back. Once you pay for it, you pay for it, and that's it. So yeah, I'm really disappointed with Zed-full, and this is the reason I put tokens on it rather than having to pay 1,500 euros a year, yearly lifts for the tokens. So this is the reason why I put tokens on it. It's more expensive, but just use it in very odd jobs which you barely use it. So, well, good luck out there anyways, and hopefully you find the machine you're looking for. But me, I would not recommend this. Thanks for watching. Until next time, ta-da.